This episode of Moola was brought to you by Just Health. Hi world, this is a frugal millennial and welcome to my podcast Moola, where I talk about all things finance with my friends. Today I have on my show Georgie. Georgie and I met over a decade ago, and we met through MySpace, which was the most popular social media platform known at the time. Now, we only talk about finance when we hit our 30s, but never before that. Hi, Georgie. Welcome to the show.
Oh, hi. Thanks for having me.
Now, why do you think we never talked about finance when we were younger?
I just think we were at different stages, like we were in our early 20s, and finance just wasn't what you talked about when you went out and hung out and, went out for meals or went clubbing and things like that.
When did you start thinking about finance then?
I've always thought about finance. I've always been fairly frugal, just having to be frugal to support myself financially. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's always something that's, I guess, it's just been part of my life.
Yeah. So you would think about budgeting and saving money? Mm-hmm. Was that it?
Big on budgeting. From when I was little, I'd have a little notebook and write out my little budget, even if I was earning, just a part-time wage. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Did you have much growing up?
Not really. I had enough, but I definitely wasn't spoiled, and I didn't come from money or anything like that. So, yeah.
And did you talk about money with your parents?
Yeah, I'd say it was a constant, actually. Yeah. Because I grew up with a single parent, so that was, one income. So yeah, money was always talked about, but in a budgeting sense, not in a planning for the future sense.
Yeah. So it wasn't like buying shares, buying houses and things like that.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. So what do you currently do for a living?
I work in digital marketing. I'm a Google Ads specialist.
For those who don't know what Google Ads marketing is, can you explain what it is?
Yeah, so, when you do a search in Google and you see ads come up, so I manage those ads for companies who want to run ads. So I help them manage their account because it's quite a complex, it's a complex platform and you need a bit of assistance from a specialist.
And anyone famous?
I can't really say.
Oh, okay. All right, then. Is this your dream job?
I wouldn't say it was my dream job from when I was a child or anything like that. I mean, the job didn't even exist when I was a child.
Yeah.
But at the moment, it's something that I'm really loving. So, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of become my dream job because it lets me live the lifestyle that I want to live.
Yeah, so you can essentially do anything from anywhere.
Yeah. So if I wanted to, if it wasn't COVID times, I could just take a laptop and travel anywhere and work from anywhere. Yeah, and just enjoy life.
Is pay good?
Yeah, well, working for yourself, you set the pay. And yeah, you just have to value yourself and make sure you price things according to your skill. Yeah. And people will pay if they know that they're paying for quality.
Yeah. So it sounds like a freelancing position, is that correct?
Yeah.
I always wonder, with freelancing, how do you pay yourself in terms of your superannuation?
You just have to pay it yourself. Yeah. You have to allocate some of your income towards super. Okay. Yeah.
And are you putting money towards your super at the moment?
Not at the moment because I stopped full-time work under a year ago. So while I'm sort of establishing myself, I've given myself a little break from contributing to super. But I'm absolutely planning on getting back into it in the next couple of months.
Yeah. What about sick leave? Is that counted for?
Well, not really, no. Yeah. There's no sick leave really. You sort of have to think about that when you're pricing your service. So yeah, I guess it is accounted for in the pricing of my services. Yeah.
Okay. Whilst you're doing this, do you have any side hustles?
It's keeping me pretty busy. I don't really have time for a side hustle at the moment. So not really, no.
What about previously when you were working for other people? Did you do anything on the weekend, for example, just to earn extra money?
Yeah, I had an eBay store and just sold stuff on eBay.
Nice.
I guess, yeah.
And what did you sell?
I just saw like little knickknacks. I won't go into all the details, but just little things that that were cheap to purchase at cost price, that I could easily ship in an envelope. Yeah, little like accessories and things that people seem to want to spend their money on.
So it's something that doesn't require too much space, I gather.
Exactly, yeah. Little things that, don't require much space and can be easily shipped.
Okay. So did you make a lot of money out of the side hustles?
Oh, look, it definitely wasn't enough to quit my job and do full time.
Yeah.
It was just a little extra pocket money, extra cash.
To supplement your wage. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Cool. What's your living situation like right now? Are you renting or are you buying?
I'm renting. Where I live, I rent, but I do have an investment property.
Ooh, okay. So before we go into that, is your rent expensive?
No, it's pretty reasonable. I'm really lucky. I got a deal through a friend's parents. So it's actually quite affordable for the location. So yeah, it's actually quite reasonable.
Cool. Now, tell me more about your investment properties.
So it's just I've just got a unit out sort of in the outer suburbs.
Of Melbourne?
Of Melbourne, yes. It was very cheap to buy at the time when I was on a fairly low income. And I did live there for a couple of years. But lifestyle was pretty miserable. And the neighbours were kind of dodgy and I couldn't really live out there anymore. And that's when I went back to renting. And then I've rented that out. So I don't have to live there, but I've still got that investment.
Can you tell us what suburb? Okay, sure. Can you tell us which direction it is, at least?
Yeah, southeast. Southeastern suburbs, yeah.
20k out? Or
probably like 40k.
Right.
So that's why I didn't like the lifestyle.
Yeah. And did it go up in price?
Yes. It actually almost doubled at one point. Yeah. So it was quite cheap when I bought it.
Like low
200s.
200s. Oh, wow.
It was really cheap. And then within a couple of years, it was almost at about the 400 mark.
Wow.
But then it has come down a little bit just with the current property market.
Yeah. Did you do any work on it?
Yeah. So just some little things, painting the whole place because it was a hideous apricot colour.
Yeah.
Refloored the kitchen and bathroom. Yeah. Yeah, just some cosmetic stuff. I did have a family friend help me update the kitchen.
Oh, nice.
I got some good deals at IKEA. So yeah, I did a little bit of work there.
You said that it doubled in price. Did you get leverage out of the increased price to buy other properties?
Yes, that is exactly what I did.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got the leverage out and I bought two very, very cheap properties.
Yeah.
I used the leverage for the deposits on them. They're out in the country. So, yeah, nothing fancy, just a little investing.
I actually did a video recently about using leverage to build your wealth. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Would you consider yourself to be rich then?
No, because right now, the bank owns the majority of the properties.
Yeah.
Until it's paid off, it's not really mine. Yeah. It's not liquid assets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So are you able to tell us when you bought these two properties and whereabouts it is?
Yeah, it was, I think, about 2 or 3 years ago. Roughly. And they're both in regional areas. One is in regional Victoria and the other one's interstate.
Okay. You're pretty secretive about that. Okay, I won't push you anymore. So I take their rentals then? And who's managing the properties?
Yeah, they're both rentals and they're just managed by real estate agents. The fees aren't that high, so they manage it all and just get in touch with me if things need repairs and things like that. Yeah. And are they positively geared? Yep. Oh, nice. And that extra money, does it go back in your pocket or do you put it back into the house? Back to the bank. I just let it sit in an offset account. So if I need, if there's some urgent repairs, the money's sitting there. And it helps reduce the repayments. Wow, that's fantastic. And Georgie, how do you do research when it comes to properties? I'd say I start at realestate.com.
Yeah.
And just look at, like, I sort of look in my price range, which is between $200,000 and $300,000, and try and find areas that have properties in that range. But not just that, areas that look like there's going to be some growth soon. So, like, once I identify some suburbs, I'll look into the council and see what plans they have for the area, if there are local schools and, you know, infrastructure, just things like that, that will help to increase the value over time. Yeah, and I look to see if there's been any recent, like if there's been a lot of growth recently, then it's probably too late. I want to get something that hasn't had a whole lot of growth yet, but has potential to grow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, moving on, you said you budget before. How do you budget?
Well, these days, I don't really budget as much. It's sort of become automatic.
Yeah.
I used to budget a lot, and it was just literally writing down my income and what my expenses were and what that difference was between that amount, and that would determine how much I could save. Or, you know, have money to spend for things.
Do you do what I do? I don't spend, and that's my budget.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I'm not a big spender, but if I need stuff, I'll spend money. So I don't really feel the need to budget.
Then are you frugal?
Yeah, I'd say I'm pretty frugal. Not to the point where I'm cheap.
Yeah. Is there a difference between being cheap and being frugal, do you think?
Well, it depends on how, like, I feel like some people use being frugal to cover their cheapness. Like, oh, I'm not a cheapskate, I'm just being frugal. Whereas I think you can be frugal without being a cheapskate. You can be frugal with, like, yourself.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be a cheapskate with your friends and family.
Yeah, yeah. There's definitely a difference, I think. Cheap is just involving everyone around you, including yourself. Whereas being frugal, it's your lifestyle.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, for some people, frugality extends to every part of their lifestyle, including how they spend money on other people. But personally, I don't like being cheap with other people.
Yeah. So, is there any other money saving tips?
Okay, so I love getting specials at the supermarket.
Yeah.
I'll stock up on, like, my favourite things when they're on special. And I'm pretty good in that, like, if I stock up on ice cream, I'm not just going to sit there and eat the whole thing in one go.
Yeah.
It will last. I know that's harder for some people, and they prefer not to stock up on things because, you know, they'll just feel like they're just going to sit around eating, especially during lockdowns where we can't go out and, you know, people are bored and they're just going to eat all the time. But it works for me.
For those who don't know, we are actually going through a lockdown here in Melbourne. Now, during this period, have you spent more money from takeaway food?
Ooh, no, I'd say it'd be about the same. Because I'd say, like, not, like, when it's not lockdown, I'll probably eat out once a week. During lockdown, I might order food in once a week. So it's kind of the same. So, yeah, I wouldn't say that I'm spending more money on takeaway during lockdown.
But are you finding that you're shopping more in terms of, like, for clothing, etc., like online shopping?
No, because I don't like online shopping for clothes because I can't try them on.
Yeah.
So I guess lockdown is helping me save money because I'm not going out buying clothes.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, if there's things I need, I'll order things online. Or maybe if I want a treat, like a sweet treat or something that I can't go out to the shops to get, I might order online. But yeah, not really.
Yeah. It's pretty cold at the moment.
Yeah.
I like to wear jackets just to keep the warmth. But occasionally I don't mind cranking the heater up because it's so goddamn cold. Is there any tips on saving the electricity bill or gas bill?
Yes. Buy a wearable blanket.
Ooh.
It's
what
literally,
do you mean?
It's like an oversized hoodie.
Yeah.
That's made out of blanket material. So it's really soft and really warm, and it actually keeps you warm.
Yeah. Can you give me a brand?
So there's this brand that I love called Oodie.
Oodie.
It's like hoodie without the H.
Yeah.
I just saw a Facebook ad for it. Normally I don't give into those, but it was resolving a problem for me, and that problem was my freaking coldness that I can't deal with. So I invested in it, and it was the best investment. It was like $75, but I seriously reduced how much I was using heating because of it.
Right. Let me get this right. It's an oversized hoodie.
Yes.
But what's so special about it? Can't I just get like a men's size hoodie?
No. It's got like really really warm material.
Right.
It's like wearing a blanket.
So is it double layered?
Yeah.
Oh,
The inside's like
okay.
this soft Sherpa material. And the outside, I don't even know. It's just really soft and warm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta check it out. So Udi.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So back to the house. Do you find when you have multiple properties, you get bad tenants? Are there any dreadful stories you have?
Not my tenants, but
Yeah.
their neighbours have been kind of crappy,
Yeah.
and they've had to deal with that, which has been frustrating. Because then I sort of have to deal with it as well. But none of my tenants have been bad. I feel very lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But one of these days.
Yeah, I mean, it's bound to
Maybe.
happen, and I don't buy new, nice, modern houses. I buy cheap, rundown places. So there's not really much room to really destroy a property.
So do you think these days, because we're both millennials, do you think buying a house is hard?
No, it's not hard. It's about having savings.
Yeah.
And way too many people just don't think about that. It's just living in the now. And then when they come to buy and they sort of realize that they have no savings or they don't have enough savings, I think people don't realize how much they need, which is unfortunate. I think there's a lack of education, and that's the real problem.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I spoke with a mortgage broker, which is a free service, that I found out.
It's not essentially free. Once you buy a house, they get a cut of.
They get a commission, but
Yes.
it's not out of my pocket. So it's free when you meet them.
Yeah.
And that's when I learned, well, this is how much you need for a deposit. This is how much you need for lender's mortgage insurance and all those expenses. And I think people just don't know about that stuff. So it's really easy to just sort of live in the now and not worry about it. And then sort of comes to crunch time and you realize, oh, I actually need XYZ amount of money. So yeah, if you're prepared and if you know how to save and have that money saved up for a rainy day, it's not hard.
Yeah. And would you recommend buying your dream house first or dream house later?
Hell no. No to buying it first.
Yeah.
Because, well, your dream house, realistically, you can't afford it.
Yeah.
And even if you can somehow wrangle a loan to get your dream house, you're just going to be slaving away trying to pay off that loan forever. I think you've got to play the long game.
Yeah.
Buy cheap first, build up your portfolio, have good credit, and then eventually, you can buy your dream house in the future.
Speaking of credit, do you have good credit?
Yeah, I do. I have good credit. I did a check online and it was good. It wasn't excellent, but it was good.
What website did you use?
Oh gosh, I think it's like Credit Simple.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's a free service.
Yeah.
So anyone can just log on and type in a few details and they'll pull out all your past credit history and give you a final credit score and tell you where you're lacking or where you're doing really well.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's sort of eye-opening and it makes you realise what actually affects your credit.
Yeah. Now, what else are you investing in?
What else am I investing in?
Do you have any shares? Speaking of investing in stocks, you can get up to $150 worth of free stocks by visiting the referral link below for Stake, which is an online stock trading platform that trades numerous US stocks.
No. Yeah, it's just over my head.
Yeah.
And it's overwhelming.
What about cryptocurrency?
No, I feel like I'm the only person now these days in my age group that doesn't have any crypto.
No, I think there are a few people who don't
Yeah.
know about crypto.
Yeah.
You're not the only one.
I just feel I don't have the time to understand it. And if I don't understand it, I'm not going to go for it.
Yeah. What do you think money can help you with?
Money can help you with a lot.
Yeah.
It can help you live the life you want to live. It can help you take care of the people that you love. It can help you contribute more to society. There are so many things you can say to this question. For me, money can help me with having freedom to not stress about
Money,
finances.
yeah.
Because it was stressful growing up thinking about finances all the time. So yeah, just freedom.
All right, thank you so much, Georgie. And now we're doing the lightning round.
Ooh.
So basically, I'm going to hit you with some questions. You can give me short answers or elaborate on it, whatever you like. Now, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Number 1, do you think money can bring you happiness?
Yes and no. Yes, because it allows you to, like I said, live your life how you want it. No to people who think that they're going to get rich and just suddenly be happy and not do anything about it. You've got to be actively thinking about it.
Yeah. If you could go back in time and talk to your younger self about money, what would you say?
Keep it up. Keep saving. You're all good.
Wouldn't you say put that extra dollar into investments like Apple stock or Tesla stock?
I didn't earn much when I was younger.
Yeah.
And so every dollar, like, I was pretty good with my money.
Yeah. So you're set on property.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. If you had won $20 million in Tesla Lotto, what would you do?
Oh my God. This question excites me because it makes me just imagine it's happening. I would initially treat myself to like a holiday or something.
Yeah.
Just something
but you can't
nice.
go anywhere right now.
No. So just something, I don't know, if I could go on a holiday.
Yeah.
I would treat myself with something nice, something that I enjoy, but not go crazy. And then I'd go and buy my dream home. And then probably buy a home in Queensland to go and live there every winter because I hate winter. And then I'd figure out how to use that money to never have to work again.
Is that mainly through property investment or are you thinking about diversifying?
I'd probably diversify. Yeah. Probably more property investment and a little bit diversifying and then maybe increase, other things like shares as I understand it better.
Would you put it in crypto?
If I understand it better.
Yeah. Good answer. Want to invest in crypto with ease? Use the sign up link to CoinSpot below to claim $10 worth of Bitcoin. Now back to the show. Warren Buffett or Cathie Wood?
I'll have to go with Warren Buffett because I don't know much about Cathie Wood.
Okay, sure. What do you like about Warren Buffett?
Well, I mean, I know who he is.
Yeah.
That's probably the biggest thing.
Who is he?
He's a big investor guy, but he's really smart about it.
Yeah.
He's really good at it and really smart about it.
And he's a nice guy, right?
That's the impression I get. I get. Yeah. I don't feel like he's some evil capitalist, although I don't really know what he does.
Yeah.
Like in terms of charity and things, but I think he's better than other billionaires.
Well, Warren Buffett made a pledge a long time ago after he passes away to donate most of his income to charity. So, yeah.
But what about while he's alive?
Whilst he's alive, he's, I guess, just accumulating his wealth. Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk?
Elon Musk.
Yeah?
Because Jeff Bezos is evil.
Why do you think?
He's a billionaire and he pays no taxes. Like, he's just sitting there rolling in his money. He's doing nothing good.
A lot of billionaires don't pay taxes.
That's true. But at least Elon Musk is investing in, like, clean technology.
Yeah.
Like, there, he's the things he does is questionable, but there are good things that he does too.
Yeah.
Whereas Jeff Bezos, I don't know what good he does.
Yeah, fair enough. Can you recommend a finance book for everyone?
Oh, honestly, I haven't really read any finance books.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Sorry.
Where can we find you on social media?
You can't. I'm doing this as a favour to you anonymously.
So thank you so much, Georgie, for coming on to my show.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. This is the Frugal Millennial signing off. Until next time, thanks for listening. And that is it of this episode of Moola. If you like this podcast, please share, like, and subscribe to my channel on YouTube. Don't forget to check out my links below to sign up for freebies. Let me know what you thought of this episode by visiting my Facebook page. Just search The Frugal Millennial. Thanks for listening!